If you love gradients, and I love gradients in Photoshop, Photoshop 24.5, the latest release, has got a great new gradient update. It doesn't look much at all. But go over here to the gradient tool, and there's the gradient tool, exactly the same as before. Press G on the keyboard, and then go up here. And this is the only change, but it's a big change. Here's classic gradient. Classic gradient was what it was before. So you just go here, classic gradient, apply your gradient, exactly the same as it's always done. All the various settings, linear, radial, exactly the same as well. It's a pity that they haven't updated some of those. Would be nice to see some additional gradients. But what you can now do is go here, gradient. What this does, it creates a gradient fill layer, an interactive gradient fill layer. So that's really useful because what you can do, simply apply. And let's just apply it now. And I'm using reflected. You could use, you can change it. So you just run through them. And you can see you've got this tool. You can manipulate. You can change the position. You move it around. Change it there. Move it around. You can also click on these. So you simply go there. And you see the one you're working on. You can just move it down. It's bigger than the others. And you can click on the other one. So click on that. And you can click on there. And you can drag it out. What you can also do is you can recolour things. So at the moment you can see I've got purple at the background. That's over the entire thing. And so I can double click because I want red. So I'm going to go up to red. And I'll just go up there. Push that up there so it's a bit redder. Click OK. And you can see now I've changed it. Obviously I can change the black as well. But if I go to the layers, you can see here in the layers, it's a gradient fill layer. If I double click it, like that, it brings up the panel, exactly as it would with the gradient fill layer. And you can change things here as well. So you can change the scale, change that, reduce down, change the gradient, and so on. Also, you can change the method as well and go for linear, classic. There's obviously a lot of difference, just subtle. Subtle, but maybe go with that one instead. And click OK. And you can resize that, move it around. What you can also do is you can go over here and you can go to layer and down here to new fill layer and gradient. And click OK. And you can see now you've got the standard default gradient here, black to transparent. Well, I'm going to select one of these ones down here. Something like that. Lovely rainbow colour effect there. I can change it. So I can go full radial. And now, when I can still move it around, do all the same things you could always do with gradient fill layers. But now, click OK. Now, you've got your on-screen wonderful gradient tools. So you can manipulate them. You can move it around. You can turn around and say, I don't want that green there. Double click. Make it slightly darker. Don't have to go for that one. So click OK. Also, what you can do, you've got it selected here. You can go over here and you can go through blend mode, so difference. So it's really great. And when I first tried this, I thought, oh, I preferred the classic. But after a while of using this, I think this is even more interactive, even much better of creating gradients super quick and combinations of gradients to create all kinds of backgrounds, all that can be used then in pattern designs and much, much more. So what you can do, you can again just move it around. You think, oh no, I don't want blue there. Double click again, go for white. Click OK. Double click, go for red or orange. Click OK, and you can see there. And you can go there and you can press the delete key. Go there, make sure it's highlighted, delete, highlighted, delete. Now I don't know, and I'm no speculating. I suddenly thought, I wonder if you hold shift down, you can set multiple ones. You can't. So it looks like you have to delete them one by one. And you can see you can just delete them. So you can just see as you do that, it changes and you can obviously tweak that. You can change the midpoint so you can make it sharper or there, just blurrier. And still continue to manipulate that origin point. There's over here, it's a gradient fill layer. So if you decide, I want to rasterize this, you can. Exactly the same as before, so you can get rid of this. If you don't need it anymore, you don't have to keep it, but it's great because it's still there. If you come, leave it, go back, select the gradient, it's still there. But you can always at any point go to Layer, and you go down to Rasterize, and you've got Fill Content. So you just rasterize it, so it becomes a normal layer. But also what you can do, you can go to Smart Objects, and you can see there Convert to Smart Object. So that gradient fill layer can, or both of them, they can be combined. But I'm just going to convert one. So Convert to Smart Object, it's Convert to Smart Object. You lose that, the option here to modify it on screen. But you can double click at any point and you go into a fresh document, PSP one, and you can then see this on screen again. And you can manipulate it, move it around, change your mind, change your colours. Maybe not orange, but blue in that central. Click OK. Maybe move that up or maybe delete it, and so on. So literally thousands of combinations can be used. Close it and save. And of course, once you're back, you can see you've got your gradient fill layer. Again, the controls are gone, but you can access them again by double clicking at any point. You can also manipulate it using filters. So distort and wave. And click OK. And you can see, create all kinds of different designs. Filters, wave, click OK, and so on. Also, you'll notice here, if I click on that one, again, you've got this there. You can manipulate that. So you can just say, oh, you know what, I want it slightly bigger. Very quick and easy to do it. Before, with classic gradient, you couldn't do it. It was frozen. You could obviously overwrite it, but now it's endlessly editable. But also you can see here, you've got the mask. So you can click on that, and you can go over here, you've got a gradient. Now, you'd think, oh, it's a gradient layer. I shouldn't be able to do anything with that. You can use classic gradient to create the mask, exactly the same as before. I'm just going to undo now. You can also go to gradient. You can just do that, just add it there. And again, you've got it there. But this time, you've got your mask, which is live gradient mask that you can manipulate. So you've got live masks, which is, I think, quite useful. Obviously, they're always live in the sense that you can always update them. But now it's really, truly more interactive using gradients. I was really quite surprised by that. I must admit, I didn't think it would do it that way. So I'm really pleased that that's the way they've gone with this, because it really makes it very interactive, very useful way of creating masks and just changing it, tweaking it just by doing that. Go off it, go back to this one, and then you can manipulate that and move it around. Exactly the same as before. You still got the other gradients, and of course you can always add another one. So again, go there, and you'll notice at this point, let's just deselect there, this gradient, add a gradient there on top. When you've actually used it, weirdly it goes like that. That's one feature I don't actually understand slightly, why it's disabled. Why it's disabled at that point, because you might then want to add another gradient. So it seems odd. You know, I've just added that. I want to add another one. How do I do that? Well, obviously you can just go off it like that, select the Move tool, maybe go here, back to the Gradient tool. No. What you need to do, it seems, to deselect these and then go Gradient, which seems to be slightly odd, personally. Hope you found this tutorial of interest. Any questions about the gradients, please let me know. What sort of things would you love to see in the gradient features? I know I've got lots of things I would love to see. Hopefully one day they will be in the application. Also, please a like or dislike, always appreciated. And also, please subscribe, always adding new videos about Photoshop, Affinity Photo and many other applications. Thank you much.